What you're looking at here is one of the sketchiest engine swaps I've seen done. It's a cool engine. It's a 3.9 liter Cummins common rail from Europe. Someone stuffed it into this 1991 3/4 ton Suburban. They did a really bad job of doing it, but it is salvageable, and we'll just get right into it. So my good buddy Jaron bought this. His YouTube channel is going to be up here. He makes amazing snowboarding videos and action sports stuff and cool vlogs. Go check him out. This thing originally came from California, and it was white, and they painted it this super ugly neon green. Apparently they were going for a SEMA build. Did not turn out as a SEMA build. The spray paint, you know, this is like kind of a rock guard paint job. It's got cool big 35s on it, so that's a bonus. Drivetrain wise, it's pretty good. It drives good. It's got a gear vendor's overdrive in it. It also has a turbo 400 in it that's been built to handle this engine, so that's pretty cool. Got an SAE bell housing up against the turbo 400 to a gear vendor's. A sport bumper on the back, pretty cool. Tint all the way around. All the windows work and the heat works, but it's just sketchy. So inside here we've got the really nice gray and white interior, and the interior is actually in fairly good shape minus all these rips, and I do not know how that gets so bad. So here's the neon green that was on here before it turned into this ugly green with weird run lines and all sorts of stuff. I did try and hit it with my polisher and kind of just made some smudges. We've got all the gauges here. Now they work, kind of. At Sam's Trucks, I do not like aftermarket gauges if they're not needed. We like using the factory gauges all the time on the CUMMINS swaps because you can make them work quite easily. I don't think there even is a tack on here. We've got a CP3 injection pump on this bad boy right down in there, and that is having problems right now with the suction control valve. I actually have a video on that. Waiting on a part right now to throw in here. So this thing shakes like absolute crazy. Just not a fun thing to drive. And in my opinion, the worst part of this entire swap is what I'm about to show you. If we roll under the engine here, you can see that the lower rad hose is literally up against the motor mount. Look at that. Just gonna bust a hole right in there. Really bad. Bad workmanship. Just sketchy all around. The intercooler setup is weird. It's this tiny little intercooler that's kind of half sideways in there. We've got this cool bumper on here. That's definitely worth something. I put new shocks on it because the other shocks were completely blown out. And I mean completely. You could just compress them by hand and they wouldn't do anything. We do have a 1-wire alternator, so that's handy. The reason it was here in the first place was because it was having a starting issue where you'd crank and no start, and that's because the suction control valve was not working. So I got the right part and we're gonna fix that. I'm gonna give you a quick walk around outside and then you can get a good look at this beast.